Welcome back to Fit for VR Season 1, Episode 2, on the journey to become a proper hard rock thrower. In week 1, I played 3 game sessions and had 2 gym workouts. I was very sore and tired, but managed to get better at memorizing the moves and start to improve at playing. But I still have a long way to go. As for week 2, I unfortunately lost all my gym footage, but in gist I managed 3 gym workouts focused on explosive repetitions, and I had 2 game sessions. My game skill improved further, but I spent the week overcome with physical exhaustion and struggled greatly, with no noticeable fitness improvement, as well as feeling very demoralized, because my performance wasn't what I hoped it would be. Here's how I got on in week 3. In this session I worked back and biceps, but I couldn't record my biceps exercises because of too many people being around. My exhaustion and fatigue continued this week. It hit me very hard. No matter the sleep I got, no matter how much I ate, I constantly felt drained. This session in particular was too long and unfocused. While working my back, my arm strength struggled to sustain me, leading to fast failure despite my back muscles feeling more than capable. This constant failure kept leading me to compare with how capable I used to be, which demoralized me even further. Here are some of the notes I wrote on that day. I did what I felt I could without critically exhausting myself. Sets of 3 with repetitions ranging from around 8 to 15, keeping the weights to a moderate strain, sometimes going to failure if I could, but too tired to do explosive sets like the week before. My exhaustion continued, but having now gained more confidence and consistency performing the moves, I started to commentate my intentions during gameplay. Pillar. Keep him guessing. Ball. It was only a few uneventful fights. I was matched against mostly newbies, which gave me a chance to practice my pose discipline while not under so much pressure. At this moment, I'd still yet to notice any improvement in my stamina, and ended the stream with a moderately challenging brawl against a viewer, which was decent fun.
It's due to be the second gym session of the week, and words cannot describe how much I do not want to go. I feel an enormous energy deficit, so drained that I can't seem to recover. My eating definitely needs to change, or I have to do something about it. Because at this rate, I'm not going to be able to keep up a habit. I will drag myself, even though it is not an optimal time to go there and do recording, and I may irritate some people. But I'm sharing this with you because if you ever go on such a journey where you want to get back into fitness and you have these moments where you feel like you reject doing it so much, just know that you're not alone. And whether you go or you don't, just know that your feeling and experience is not because you are bad or you lack discipline, blah, blah, blah. We all have it. The difference is whether we follow it or not, and we will always slip up from time to time. So, go easy on yourself.
I've just finished day 2 of my gym session. Unfortunately, I couldn't justify recording, it was too busy. I've come at too late a time. So I can tell you that I've done chest and triceps. My chest was okay, I did reasonably good, but my triceps not so great. So yeah, all I've got for you is this little recording after the fact. I haven't really increased in strength. My energy continues to be very, very little, and my motivation to go to the gym continues to get worse and worse and worse. I am struggling more and more to drag myself here, and most of the challenge I'm facing at the moment is not the weights, it's not the people, it is up here. I found myself falling into a cycle of constantly comparing myself to how I used to train and how much better I was before. And whilst I try and stay aware of this, rather than reject it, I just watch it and make sure that I'm aware that I'm doing this so that I don't become it. It's still like a waveform. My attention is coming and then leaving and coming and then leaving constantly, causing me to slip into a demoralizing mindset whenever I'm training. I just feel so demoralized and ineffective whenever I go, and I keep punishing myself mentally with every repetition I do, every exercise I move on to I'm constantly punishing myself in some way. I'm telling you this again to be very candid about the challenges that some of you may face if you ever embark on exercising after a long time. So much of the adversity is up here. I can only speak for myself. Maybe the rest of you will be fine, but yeah, I'm really struggling, and it's near the end of week 3 now. I'm going to go for 2 more sessions this week. I guess it will just get worse until it gets better. I need to keep going, but I'm really don't want to keep going. I'm sorry again that I don't have any footage for you. I need to find a better time to go to the gym that I can record myself. So yeah, apologies.
Nope, not going today. I need to rest. I will go tomorrow and do legs and shoulders, but for today I need to rest.
This was another uneventful stream, player-wise. The extreme fatigue continued. An ever-present gradual energy deficit felt like it was slowly compounding on me. I guess my body was still in shock, and there were no signs of improvement yet. But as a positive, this fatigue led me to be much more expressive with my frustrations during matchups. Oh, god damn it! I was too tired to be concerned with keeping my emotional composure, and allowed myself to regularly outburst. And I see this as a positive because it felt liberating to cross a threshold of being more publicly candid, even if it meant I came across as less flattering than before. Despite my struggling, when a match was found, the energy to perform always emerged. And I even ceremoniously smacked my controller into the wall quite hard for the first time ever. Go me. During this stream is where I started to feel confident in critiquing the flaws of Rumble's peer-to-peer networking latency, and how it profoundly affects your ability to perform. I don't know, guys. I'm getting better at the game now, and I'm beginning to think that it's kind of fundamentally unplayable with latency. When you're the host of a matchup, the potential advantage you have over your opponent is astronomical. It's almost as if you're playing a different game entirely. It is a big problem for the game's integrity, and almost game-breaking sometimes, in my opinion. I finished this stream very tired, yet confident that I'd won more than half of my fights against equal-ish skilled opponents, so maybe I was getting better. Gym session 3, legs and shoulders. Super low energy again, super low motivation, but I still dragged myself there in the late morning. It all started as normal. I did my usual abs warm-up, then beginning proper with lunges, holding 12 kg or 26.5 pound kettlebells. But I only managed 1.5 sets before I was overcome with some of the most intense demoralization I had felt in recent memory, making me have to stop my workout for a while. I'll share more details on what happened soon. Eventually, I continued on, but with a very different mindset than before. 4 sets of calves, I forgot the weight I used. 4 sets of squats with a 30 kg or 66 pound load. This was a struggle for me and my long legs. Then 4 sets of standing dumbbell shoulder press, which I didn't record because the area was too busy again. The dumbbells I used were around 14 kg or 30 pounds, if I remember correctly. After that, I decided this was enough. The wind blocked a lot of what I said in this recording, so I'm doing a voiceover to tell you what I said instead. I begin by saying that I had what felt like a mental break after doing the first set of lunges. How I suddenly was gripped by a deep depressive emotion which caused me to view the whole gym environment with intense hostility and disgust. Like everything around me had become my enemy. The music became unbearable. The people around me felt intolerable. And I mention how even the signage and decoration on the walls took on a sinister, oppressive and repulsive meaning to me in that moment. And of course, the thought of doing more exercise, of being in that environment any longer, felt insufferable and disgusting to me. I was rendered mentally paralyzed. I felt like I'd sank into an extremely dark and demoralized mood, but I was conscious of what I was experiencing, just unable to make myself continue on alongside it, and that I was stuck in a psychological deadlock of what to do, to continue being there or not. So I retreated to the changing room and sat for close to half an hour next to my locker, staring at the floor like a weirdo. While I was there brooding on the feeling, I then go on to say that I felt something eventually snap mentally within me. I go on to describe it as a kind of memory compression experience, where all at once I was inundated with the memories and feelings from so many moments in my life, ranging from the youngest age I could remember all the way up to now, flooding my attention at once, reliving them all in an instant as if they were happening in that moment once again. I observed this for a little while, then I entered an apathetic mood, almost trance-like, before coming to the indifferent realization that nothing was real, including that moment, and that nothing really mattered at all. This newly reached mindset allowed me to come out of my retreat and continue my session for a while longer. For that 30 or 40 so minutes, it was quite the little personal journey. So why am I telling you, a random stranger living somewhere in the world, something so intimate and uncomfortable as part of this series? Because I've no doubt that an enormous amount of us may, or have gone through similar mental hurdles while doing something they're struggling with, but maybe lack the ability, confidence, awareness, or chance to talk about it for one reason or another. I wanted to share this to let you know that you're not alone. These extreme mind-made challenges are part of the human experience, and there's nothing wrong with you or me for encountering such brief but crippling roadblocks. I believe it happens to so many of us at points in life and does not dictate anything. When you're overcome by such extreme feelings in whatever form they manifest, don't deny or repress its existence. Instead, feel it, let it be. But watch it with awareness, and know it's your mind doing its natural job of trying to resolve something, even if we don't understand it. And these feelings are part of the process. And by watching this, you allow it to be and do its thing without being swept away with it. You'll be fine in a moment. Nothing lasts. I believe that rejection, denial, and repression of these feelings can lead to them burrowing themselves in our psyches to potentially become pathologies that quietly spread and manifest themselves in countless other forms, which can impair us in the long term. Yes, it can be distressing in the moment, but meaningful change, reorganization, and rebirth always comes with discomfort and suffering attached. This is the law of nature and living. Don't fall for the fanciful societal lie that meaningful change can also be achieved with comfort and convenience only. That's not how we work. My third play session of week 3, 2 days after those gym events. I got stuck into PvP immediately in a kind of no-nonsense mood, and for the first time I noted a clear improvement in my energy, stamina, and performance within the game, enabling me to win more often, put up a better fight, and play a fun little minigame with my viewers, having their very generous donations empower me with a sudden burst of energy.
Do the cube! We're not done yet. How's that for a donation burst? Oh yeah! Oh my.
There were still frustrations with poses failing to execute, which, continuing the trend from the last stream, I no longer held back expressing myself about. And network latency with the game continues to be a stifling sore point, proving difficult to play around. But maybe I'll find some way to do so, I hope. It was a good session, the best one I've had yet. I felt more energized than I had before, ending the stream being 3rd place on the daily global leaderboards. Yeah, it's a small player base, I know, but I still don't think it's bad at all. Quite the contrast from the dramatic gym session which came only 2 days before, eh? As I said, it is all just a moment. Nothing is permanent. Still plenty to improve on before I can hope to conquer Rumble, my muscular discipline especially, so that I can perform poses with more regular success. Otherwise, my goals remain the same from episode 1. It's been a tough and exhausting few weeks adjusting to this exercise up to now, but the light at the end of the tunnel has grown brighter. My real-life physical condition is, I feel, finally beginning to show signs of tangible effects on my game performance, mentally and physically. Let's see if I can keep it up. Thanks for watching, and a bigger thanks to my supporters. I continue to exist online because of my viewers' support making it possible. If you think I'm worth the consideration of supporting, I ask for only £1 per creation. With just a small handful of thousands of viewers offering support, it can make a huge difference to one's life and possibilities, and allow the content I make and its integrity to be beholden to you and only you. Links to support can be found in the usual places. Thank you.